Hi everyone, I just wanted to pop on and I wanted to do a video here today, and I'm carrying on talking about the euthanasia. I've done a previous video on the euthanasia of that lovely young girl, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right now, Milou Verhoof, and this is just a follow-on video. After doing some more research, I just found out that there was another case that happened. Now this case happened in the Netherlands, and it didn't go as viral as Milou Verhoof's case. It was actually quite subtle. This is one that I hadn't heard of. I'll go on now to tell you. If you have heard of this case, just drop it in the comment section below. But I just want to go on so that you have this girl over in the Netherlands, okay? She's only 17 years of age, people. Her name is Milou Verhoof. Now, I could be pronouncing that wrong. I probably am butchering that name, so bear with me. But I will spell it out for you, and you can go Google this up for yourself. So it's Milou, M-I-L-O-U, and then Verhoof, V-E-E-R-H-O-O-F. So apologies for the mispronunciation. So this is a young 17-year-old girl. Now what's similar about this case and also the case of Milou Verhoof is that this poor girl, right, 17 years of age, was raped also. She was raped when she was 13, and she suffered a lot from mental illness as well. And she was euthanised on October the 2nd, 2023 at the age of 17, imagine. She wasn't even an adult. Now this is frightening, people, very, very frightening. Now what's very disturbing about this case is that the psychiatrist told this girl, as he was euthanizing her, as he was giving her the last injection of his cocktail of drugs, he said to her, "Have a good trip." Can you imagine that, people? Like, how sinister and evil is that? And the psychiatrist in question, now you can look up this case, has been known to euthanize teenagers and young people with mental health problems. So this is the evil, people. This is what we're talking about. Euthanasia, evil, work of the devil, absolute pure evil, and, exploiting our most vulnerable people, our young people, people that are terminally ill, just people that are at a low place in their life, and, exploiting these people, very, very vulnerable people. Now, I'm just going to give you some facts as well about the Netherlands and about euthanasia. So, euthanasia was brought in the Netherlands in 2002. Now, I don't have the numbers for you for 2002, but I do for 2003. So, the number of people euthanised in the Netherlands for 2003 is 1,626, okay? Now, if we go along and look at the next few years, so that was what we're saying, it was brought in 2002, there were your numbers there for 2003. Now, just another few things before I give you some more numbers, that in 2023, imagine, it was brought in, it became legal in the Netherlands that you could euthanise children of all ages. Can you believe this, people? I actually can't even believe that, I'm saying this. It's like a dystopia, but it's not a dystopia. This is reality. This is the level of sinister evil that we're dealing with. That it was brought in the Netherlands in 2023 that you can euthanise a child of all ages if they're in unbearable suffering. Well, who's going to make that decision? I mean, a child cannot make a decision. Imagine a child of any age can be euthanised. Who's making the decision? It's not the child. They're not an adult. They can't make an adult decision like that. So obviously it's the parent that's going to make the decision. So where is their freedom of choice? And then, the whole, my body, my choice brigade. Well, obviously someone else is making the choice, for a child. There's no child is going to, rock up to their parents at 5, 10 years of age and say, "Man, Dad, I want to be euthanized." I mean, this is so evil, people. So evil. And if a child is 16 to 17, okay, they're still a minor. This is in the Netherlands now. They do not need parental consent. Can you believe that? 16 or 17. They don't need parental consent, but any age. And to say that any child can be euthanized, people, any age, I mean, this is just unbelievable. So children 12 then up to 17 can request euthanasia with parental consultation. But then in the same breath, they're saying age 16 to 17, that parental consent is non-mandatory. So this is for sure very sinister, very evil, and the work of the devil, 100%. So what else can we say about the Netherlands here? Right, so in 2024, there was 219 people euthanized due to psychiatric illnesses. Now that is very worrying indeed. I mean, if a person has a psychiatric illness, are they in sound mind to make that decision? You know, these are the questions we need to ask. But obviously it doesn't matter in the Netherlands. You know, anything goes. I mean, if they're going to euthanize, you know, children of all ages, and all you got to say is that the child is suffering unbearable, and, you know, just get the right doctor and they'll write that down. I mean, this is very sinister. So there was also a case as well in 2023 in the Netherlands where an autistic teenager was euthanized under, we'll say, the terms of severe sensory and psychological suffering. I mean, come on, people. This is pure evil. Absolute, shockingly evil. Now, just to give you some numbers then, going back to the Netherlands. So this one will interest you. In 2021, there was 7,666 euthanasias. I'll say that again, people. 7,666. Okay? 666. If you know, you know. And if you don't, you need to know, people. You need to know. That's 2021. Right, so 2024 then, there was 9,958 people euthanized. 2025, last year, 10,341 people euthanized, and one of these was a teenager, aged between 12 to 18, but they didn't, you know, give the age conveniently. How convenient they wouldn't give the age. And 174 of those of the 10,341 euthanized last year, 174 were mental health. So they're the numbers for you. That's the Netherlands, people. Shocking, shocking stuff altogether. Can you give me your thoughts on this and your comments and opinions in the comment section below? But I just find this very disturbing, and I just want to go back now, and I won't keep you too long. Just want to go back to that case again of that young girl. Again, I'm trying to pronounce the name now, so bear with me. Milou Verhoof. As again, I'll just spell it out for you again so you can, you know, look this up for yourselves. Google it. Now, I did look up this girl, beautiful looking girl. I mean, this is so, so tragic what's happening. And there is a pattern here, people, that these are young girls that are suffering from mental health because of sexual abuse and raped. You know, 2 euthanasias of beautiful young girls, and both of these girls had been raped. And this is very worrying, very worrying. And this is, you know, Europe, this is our Western countries that are so advanced, people. Not being sarcastic, like, they're so advanced, they're so inclusive, they're so diverse, progressive. You know, it's a mockery. It's a mockery. But please look up this girl, because her case, as I said, it's a lot more subtle than Nolia's Castillo's case, which went a lot more viral. And I'm going to spell the name out because I do want you to look this up. Please do. So Milou, Milou, and then Verhoof, Veerhoof. Now, another thing that I found that was kind of disturbing, even about this case, this poor 17-year-old girl, that when she wanted to be euthanized, she wanted to be laid out in the coffin, you know, with high heels on, an evening gown on, and her nails done. Now, I had said this in the previous video. We cannot glamorise this, people. We cannot glamorise euthanasia for our young people. You know, there's going to be a lot of very vulnerable, you know, easily led, easily influenced young people suffering from mental health, suffering maybe from isolation, loneliness, and they're going to think, you know, this is an option, this is a way out. And, you know, people are trying to make this, you know, glorify it and glamorise it. And, you know, we have to be very careful, you know, that we don't do this. Right, so there are the facts and numbers coming out from the Netherlands. And please look up that case of that beautiful young girl. Remember, 17 years of age, not even an adult, a minor, euthanized in the Netherlands. You know, we had Nolia Castillo, 25, in Spain. You know, this is Europe now. What is happening? Both girls were raped as well. You know, this is shocking stuff, people. Shocking. And don't think that this will not come to Ireland, because it's going to come here. And there's already people in the left, the far left, trying to push this in. Euthanasia is the work of the devil, you know. It's darkness, it's evil, it's bad. It's also a big tool of depopulation. I mean, if you go and look at the numbers there that I was telling you, like we're looking at thousands of people that, you know, are being euthanized. You know, it's shocking. And, you know, it's at the stage now in the Netherlands, like, you know, even children can be euthanized. I mean, when I say that out loud, it's so hard to believe. It is like a dystopia that this is actually happening. So give me your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, share. It's very important for these videos. I have said before, I have just massive censorship on these videos. If I speak about abortion, if I speak about euthanasia, these videos get highly censored and they're, you know, they're pushed down. They're not reaching people because, you know, they don't want us talking about this and their sick, evil agenda of, you know, getting rid of the most vulnerable people in our society. This is depopulation. It's satanic, it's demonic, and we need to fight it and speak out against it at all costs. So if you're pro-life, please share this video. If you're Christian, if you're Catholic, if you're just a person who, you know, believes in humanity, please share this video. Just help to get it out, because, you know, the algorithms, they will silence me. You know, you just can't get these videos out. I don't think people realise, you know, I just even say to people, just try do a video yourself on euthanasia or abortion and you will see for yourself. They are just, you know, pushed down. They don't want people to see them. Okay, that's it for today. Like, subscribe, share. I will catch you on the next video. Take care of yourselves and bye for now. Bye.